What's happening, party people? This is your guy Damien. This is actually my third try trying to make a video. I had a couple phone calls and some other stuff, so it's kind of messed up. And I'm doing this on my phone because I don't have the right things to make the videos I want, and also have the nice clarity of everything. So but you gotta do what you gotta do for now. Other than that, let's get right to it. We're gonna go into this draft review. The draft of Raw and SmackDown rosters. Those of you who have seen it, you already know. Those of you who haven't seen it, I don't know why you haven't seen it. But I'm just going to run down these lists real quick, and we're going to start with Raw. Of course, for the number one overall pick, Monday Night Raw has selected Seth Rollins. And then you have Charlotte, Finn Balor. Surprise, surprise. Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar, The New Day, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks, Chris Jericho, United States Champ Rusev, Kevin Owens, Enzo and Cass, Gallows and Anderson, question mark right there, Big Show, Nia Jax, Neville, Cesaro, Sheamus, Golden Truth, Titus O'Neil, Paige, Darren Young, Sin Cara, Jack Swagger, The Dudley Boys, Summer Rae, Mark Henry, Braun Strowman, Bo Dallas, Shining Stars, Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, and Curtis Axel. That rounds out everybody for the Raw roster. It's an interesting roster, but the only way Raw can get interesting or be interesting is by creating new feuds. Now, I understand Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to finish theirs up, and they'll probably even go one more month or 2 more months after that, maybe. And then, of course, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, they're going to be feuding for at least 2 to 3 more months. But other than that, everybody else, you got to make this interesting. Now, I know Charlotte and Sasha are probably going to do SummerSlam, and then probably the month after that, and then I think they'll probably be done with each other for a long time. But everybody else, you got some new feuds going on. And somewhere down the line, you're going to end up having to have a Strowman Big Show one, obviously. You're probably going to have like a Strowman Cesaro one or whatever like that, even though Cesaro was kind of pissed last night. But we'll get into that a different time. But there's so many different feuds you've got to start and do. Everybody should be busy. Everybody should be busy. I believe there's like 5 women each on each roster. Let me double check on that. There's Charlotte. Where are we going? Sasha Banks. Nia Jax. Paige, and Summer Rae, and Alicia Fox. There's 6. So there's 6 for Raw. Let me see for SmackDown. There's Becky Lynch, Natalya, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie, and Carmella. Yeah, so there's 6 on each roster. There's 12 women actively right now. There's 6 on each roster. The SmackDown one should be interesting. They have a potential to be show stealers for those women, minus Eva Marie. Yeah, minus Eva Marie, because Alexa Bliss and Carmella can put on good matches. Not just with each other, but just with whoever. Naomi is very athletic, and she can put on a good match, but I feel she's being held back at times when she was active. I feel she's been held back a little bit. Becky Lynch, obviously, the number one woman on the SmackDown roster, and then of course she has a feud with Natalya right now, which that's going to continue at least for maybe another month. So there's going to be some additions to SummerSlam and possible new feuds and everything. SummerSlam is lined up to be a very, very, very big card. SummerSlam is one of those to where eventually down the line, I would think eventually down the line, you got to have a bigger venue for SummerSlam. That's just my opinion. Because it's the biggest event of the summer. It's one of the 4 biggest events that WWE puts on. Along with WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and Survivor Series. But yeah, let me go down to SmackDown roster. Let you guys know what's going on with that. For those who don't know, you got SmackDown's number 1 pick, WWE Champion Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Becky Lynch, the Intercontinental Champion The Miz, Baron Corbin, American Alpha, Dolph Ziggler, Natalya, Alberto Del Rio, the Usos, Kane, Kalisto, Naomi, The Ascension, Zack Ryder, Apollo Crews, Alexa Bliss, Breezango, Eva Marie, the Vaudevillains, Eric Rowan, Mojo Rawley, and Carmella. So, I think, I'm going to start with Raw first. I'm going to go ahead and get Raw out the way with what they can do with their feuds and their roster and everything. I'm always yawning in my videos, you guys. I don't know why I'm always yawning in the middle of the day. It's weird. I know, it's weird. Now, going with Raw, we already know Rollins and Reigns are going to feud for a while. We know that. We already know that Zayn and Owens are going to feud for a while. We pretty much know that. Enzo and Cass and Gallows and Anderson can feud for a little while. That can last for some months. The New Day. Who can? The New Day is going to be mixed in and mixed up with Enzo and Cass and the Club for a while. Them three are going to mix it up for a while. I don't know what they're going to do with the Shining Stars. Nobody really cares about them right now. It's going to be a tough spot for them. And then, of course, the Dudley Boys. They're in the mix as well with the Golden Truth. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But, you got so many things. And then another mystery you have also with that is, who is Finn Balor going to feud with first? You know? I'm not thinking about him with the Club, creating the Balor Club right now. I'm thinking about who's he going to feud with first. Is he going to feud with Chris Jericho, like Jericho feud with AJ Styles? That's a possibility. That's a very strong possibility, and that probably could happen. And it probably will happen. Could it be Sheamus? Could it even be Neville? There's quite a few guys that he can feud with first, you know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Darren Young after Sunday. Say Cara. There's just so many things that the possibilities are endless. And you know, Heath Slater didn't even get drafted. Well, so what does that mean for Heath Slater, you know? What does that really mean for Heath Slater? But those are the possibilities for Raw, but I'm just eager to get to the possibilities for SmackDown. Because SmackDown has the shot and the chance to be very, very, very interesting. Now, I don't think Ambrose is going to retain on Sunday. I think Rollins or Reigns, whichever one of them two, I don't even know. Either one of them two are going to get the title, and they're going to be feuding with each other for a while. Ambrose is going to, well, he's still like the top guy for SmackDown now. But, you know, they're going to have a championship belt for SmackDown. They should have a tournament. People have been saying it. Other podcasts have been saying, have the tournament for SmackDown all the way for who's going to be, let the culmination, let the end of it happen for SummerSlam for SmackDown. SmackDown Championship, the tournament, and the finals are at SummerSlam. Crazy. So, let it all the way come down to Cena and Styles for the championship at SummerSlam. AJ Styles should and better win that championship. And then boom, the Styles era for WWE and for SmackDown officially can happen. You know? So, and jumping over to the tag teams, I don't know if they're going to have a tag team title for SmackDown. I don't know how that's going to play out. But tag team wise, you can easily have a nice rivalry with American Alpha and the Usos. Barring that the Usos are going to have to go heel. I think they just are. The Ascension is another one. with Breezango and the Vaudevillains. You have there's just there's so many things you can do with this, and I can think of a million things to do for Raw and for SmackDown, and I know the WWE is not going to do it. I know their creative is not going to give these guys justice. Now, Shane and Daniel Bryan talking about, opportunity and all that stuff. Well, we're going to see about an opportunity, because what kind of tournament are you going to have for, for the championship? I think, let me see, how many people we got here? Hang tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you got 15 guys. 15 guys that you can have a tournament with. So you can actually do an 8-man tournament for the SmackDown Championship, and then you can have also a tournament for the Intercontinental Championship. To see who's going to face The Miz. And then, of course, the winner will face the Miz at SummerSlam. See, there's so many opportunities you can have. You can, I mean, let me see. Tag teams, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tag teams. 5 tag teams. And how would you have there be a tag team championship for SmackDown? You can actually make 6 tag teams, because you can put Ryder and Mojo Rawley together for the Hype Bros. You might have to try to do something else, like create more. There's a little extra tag teams that's gonna lose or whatever, and you can go from there. But there's just so much you can do with that. But I think SmackDown is probably still going to be the most interesting brand. But Raw has the fire. Raw has fire for a roster, though. They really do. Brock Lesnar is part-time, but he's going to end up feuding with somebody for a while. And it won't be Randy Orton. I think that I don't know. I can't concentrate. My mind is going a thousand different ways trying to figure all this out, you guys. It's just a situation where if I got so many ideas in my dang head, and I know millions of other people from the YWC and wherever else have all these ideas in their head, WWE needs to really reach out to the people who put wrestling content on YouTube. Check out everybody, read everybody's, because you're going to get great information and great input and feedback from basically anybody who talks about wrestling. No matter if it's their subscriber count, whether it's a lot or barely anything, you're going to get a great idea or ideas from some people. You just are. I've watched 2, 3, 4 different podcasts, and these guys have unbelievable ideas for what can go on for these rosters. Easy. So, Raw has the potential of really becoming the juggernaut that they're supposed to be if they make these new feuds and make them count. Raw has to do things different because if they're the same old thing, people are going to anticipate Tuesdays. Because SmackDown, this is what SmackDown needs. SmackDown needs a world title because I don't think Dean Ambrose is going to keep it. So SmackDown needs a world title. SmackDown needs a new set. SmackDown needs a tournament for the World Heavyweight for the SmackDown Championship, and they need a tournament to see who the Miz is going to face at SummerSlam. That's what they need. Yeah, that's what they need. And I would I would go out on a limb and make my prediction. If there is a SmackDown tournament, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say mm, I'm gonna go ahead and say God, I'm really fighting with you guys. Oh, well, I won't give you a definite one. I'll just give you two possible guys who will be the champ by the end of SummerSlam. And I see it either being Bray Wyatt or AJ Styles. I don't know if you're going to have them meet up and mix it up or not. I don't know. And then for the Intercontinental title, um, I'm seeing Dolph Ziggler, you guys. Dolph Ziggler is just too good and too talented to be not doing anything right now, really. I don't like it. It bothers me. This dude is basically, in a sense, not just by looks, but by his in-ring performance, is our day Shawn Michaels. That's just what I see. So that's my thoughts on that. With Raw, their titles are gonna be, you know, busy for a while. They just figure out who's gonna feud with Rusev next, and then because the New Day is gonna be wrapped up for the next 2 months, 3 months, whatever, however many months, because they're gonna be feuding with the club, and then after that they're going right to Enzo and Cass. So, I don't know, and I don't know if they're gonna end up getting to go against, say, somebody from SmackDown or not. I don't know. That remains to be seen.